Hey YouTube, my name is Davis Walker, and my channel name is Al's R&R Session. It stands for Reaction and Reviews. On this channel, I'll be covering all forms of media, albums, movies, trailers, video game, boxing, wrestling, you name it. Alright, stay tuned, stay motivated, peace, I'm out. Hello, my name is Davis Walker, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Al's R&R Session, stand for Review and React. In today's movie review, we're going to be covering Superman, 1978. First premiere on the show, what better way to start with a premiere superhero? That's Superman. I'll be breaking down this movie in several different categories. We're going to start off with the overview, character analysis, and then my thoughts, pros and cons, and my rating and recommendation for the movie. Alright, start with the overview. This is a typical origin story. It covers the destruction of Krypton. It goes a little more in detail, explaining Jor-El being a scientist and why the planet was destroyed, because people didn't want to listen. Also, it has a little bit of foreshadowing, but I'll get to that in just a second. And start off with his childhood, him becoming a teenager into adulthood, and it gets to where he works at the Daily Planet, and he meets Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, Perry White, and it shows Superman emerges at the same time, helping people. He started to break news, and all people, his love interest Lois Lane gets on the case. And it also focuses on Lex Luthor trying to take down Superman and his plot to take over California by destroying the fault lines. Because his dad told him that one way to control power is to control the land. And it's a contrast, basically a typical bad guy superhero film. Now I'm about to switch gears into the character review. Character analysis, I should say. This movie does a great job portraying Superman as a very accurate Superman. He's very lighthearted, inspiring, charming, inspirational, you could say. Basically all of the characteristics Superman should have as a character. Modern times we've been very conditioned to see Superman taking this dark and gritty tone, which is not the character. Such as like Henry Cavill's Superman. Also, Clark Kent is the opposite of Superman. He's less confident, more passive aggressive, and shy. I think Christopher Reeves did a great job in his film, portraying both characters. And another character analysis I like to do would be Lois Lane. She's a strong, independent woman looking for a career. She's not annoying like sometimes she's portrayed in media. She actually does like Superman and Clark, which in a lot of media portrayals she doesn't like Clark, but she likes Superman. But this one she likes both of them. And now for one of my favorite characters, if not the favorite character, is Lex Luthor. He's intelligent, ambitious, eccentric, and cruel with his plots and scheme to get rich. He's like the counterfoil to Superman in some regards. My thoughts with the movie, the movie was made in 1978. It did really good at establishing Superman, like establishing Superman, Lex Luthor in a world that's trying to build, while also being good in the source material. And for the plot, I think the plot was well done. Like, we know since Lex Luthor has superpower and Superman is almost invulnerable, they do a good job with Lex Luthor's plot as there's several missiles going off. So way to beat Superman, and Superman has to race against the missiles. Lex Luthor can't compete with Superman physically, so he has to beat him in the mental game, a race of endurance. And Superman wound up winning, but he also breaks the rule to save Lois Lane's life. Spoiler alert. His dad told him never interfere with time travel, which he does. He reversed time just to save Lois Lane. So he breaks the rule. That's part of foreshadowing I was mentioning. Another foreshadowing moment that I like was when you see General Zod and his team at the very beginning get sent into the Phantom Zone, you know they're gonna be the villains for the second movie. Also, at the end of the first movie, Lois comes to the conclusion that Clark Kent is Superman. I think that's gonna tie into the second movie. So for something like that to be made back in '78, to have a foresight to think of ahead like that, to leave a movie open for you want to go see the sequel is really smart. Because it's 2023. We used to see a lot of superhero movies still like that, especially the MCU. Almost every movie ties into another movie, and it ends with the end credit scene. That's on the next movie gonna play off of. 9 out of 10 times cases. Pros and cons. I'm gonna give you guys 2 pros and 2 cons. Pro: this thing did a great job with source material. When Superman was younger, running like a crackhead, going against a train, and he basically ran faster than a locomotive, which is what a line they say in the comic book. He's virtually invulnerable. He can't see through lead because he's trying to look at Lois. Lois want to look through her dress, but the plants had lead around him, so he couldn't see through it. Those little minor details they made sure they emphasis on, and like the destruction of Krypton, the Fortress of Solitude. For a movie in '78, they called a lot of stuff back from comic books. I give them credit for that. Con: Lex Luthor character wasn't as fleshed out. I feel like if he had more time to shine, if they had like a better scheme, and our human Superman share more scenes together, it'd been better dynamic between the two. They really only had one scene when the two finally meet, and he escapes the chains with kryptonite on him, with the help of his assistant, with Lex Luthor's assistant. Another pro is what I said earlier. The portrayal of Superman is really good. I can see why, after watching this movie, why so many people, when they think about Superman, depending on their age range, Christopher Reeves is the first person that pop up in their mind. Because I can't blame him. He's inspiring. He's everything that Superman is supposed to be. He's supposed to be a symbol of hope, and Christopher Reeves come off as a symbol of hope. In one part of the movie, he kept doing superhero rounds all night. And the kids are happy to see him. Almost everybody's happy to see him. The iconic moment of him changing the phone booth. This is that we're used to seeing now. This is the basis from where it started. A con of the movie is some characters, like I said, like Lex Luthor wasn't fleshed out. Really, that's really it. Because I'm not gonna say special effects. You can't hold the special effects to today's standard. That wouldn't be right. But for the past standard, I believe it was perfectly okay. And what are my overall thoughts? Overall thoughts, this was a great movie, superhero movie, and also this is my first time watching this movie, so I was going into it with no expectations really, besides me assuming being like my favorite comic book hero. I recommend this to everybody. This is a good family friendly movie. I think everybody of all ages could enjoy it. It may be a little bit slower for some audience people, because it's 2 hours and 34 minutes, which is a long time. I think that was like Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame runtime. So it's a little bit slower, but if you stick it out, I believe you'll like it. If I had to rate this from a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it 7.5. Great movie. I recommend everybody watches it, especially if you're a superhero fan. And yeah, that concludes my movie review. Look forward to seeing you guys next time.
Hey, still here on YouTube? Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. Alright, stay motivated. I'm out.